Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the JKWD podcast, where this is like take 6 because I don't remember the name of our podcast. 277 episodes in. Hope you're having a great day. Guess what? Another quarter of the year has passed us by. We're going to be talking about that. But first, hey, Calvin, how's it going, man?
I'm doing fine, actually. Thank you very much. Life's good, feeling healthy. Sun shining, no hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, and other stuff like that. Got my driveway sealed. Hey, does it get any better than that? Oh, yeah, and the grandbaby's almost a year old.
A year already? Sheesh.
Yes. Yes, it is. So we're going to be celebrating that pretty quick. And, yeah, fun stuff. What's going on with you?
Well, I apparently left my brain somewhere else.
That's what happens when you run that much in the morning.
I was going to say somewhere on a 10-mile course. My brain is by the side of the road, probably near that mailbox. I don't know. Gonna have to caffeinate quick. That's all I have.
There you go. Yeah. You got any IV? No, you don't do the IV stuff.
At least not self-administered.
There you go.
That'd be a really bad.
It could be bad. Yeah. Watch out for bubbles.
Yeah.
But you're looking happy. You actually have this glow about you, and I'm not even counting the light behind you.
I was going to say that's probably the overhead light rather than the light over here.
You have this other kind of internal glow thing going on, so you must be feeling good.
Yeah. So. Oh, one of the things, runner's high. Yeah, I still have endorphins flow. I didn't finish that long before our talk. Like I was rushing to peel eggs and throw some clothes on before. I think I got back with about 18 minutes or something before our call, and I had to dry off and change and peel the eggs I made earlier and all that stuff. So we're still in La La Land.
There you go. I do appreciate you taking the time to put on some clothes.
Yeah. Well, it's always good. It's all it beats sitting here and soaking wet stuff because I am a sweater and it is humid here still. It's not as hot.
I'll bet you. What's your temperatures and stuff running now?
The temperatures were mid-70s this morning.
Oh, that's not bad.
Humidity's up around 94%.
Hot diggity. Good for you.
So the thing is, when you sweat, there's no place for the sweat to evaporate to if it's that humid, so it just sticks to you. And it doesn't actually cool you; it gets you all warm. I haven't even looked at the body temperature that.
I haven't experienced that in a while, but I used to when I was in the Air Force. I was stationed in the Philippines for 3 years, where it would get to be like 120 degrees from time to time with 85.
And it's wet there. It's
yeah. And then it would rain, and the moisture got no place to go. So it's like this hothouse, the steam, exactly. And I'm like, man. So, yeah, I'm familiar with that. I left on purpose. Well, actually, the government took.
I was saying, it wasn't because you get reassigned.
But I gladly got reassigned. So that was cool. So, well, I'm glad it didn't take you out, that humidity and stuff, and you still have that glow and stuff.
No, I carry plenty of water.
There you go.
And if I don't, I usually stay close enough to home that if I feel like I'm getting in trouble with water, I can redirect myself and get home in 10 minutes, get more water, and get back out. So
what a dedicated man you are.
The calendar says 10 miles. I do 10 miles.
In pursuit of the runner's high. Yes.
Well, in pursuit of, when race day shows up, you got two options. You finish or you quit. So if I want to finish, I should at least be trained up to get in the general direction of finishing.
There you go.
After the first one, hopefully it'll get a little easier because I got 2 more coming up after that.
Well, you're planning to keep running, so
exactly. Well,
yeah,
that's how we keep it up. Is you put skin in the game. I got a race coming up. I got to be ready for it.
There you go.
I want to do better the second race than the first, and I want to do better the third race than the second. So,
all right, I will stay tuned for the updates.
Yep. Well, we're brought to you today by Vitamin K Daily. I did that right? Vitamin K Daily. That's what it's called.
Sounded good, yeah.
Wake up each day, Monday through Friday. Get a daily dose of positive from Prince of Positive himself. Get yourself 4 weeks free at vitaminkdaily.com. It's vitaminkdaily.com for 4 weeks free. Let's do the show.
Podcast, where we talk about better humanhood and teach you how to dominate your world. You ready? Here we go.
All right. Well, another 3 months have gone by. How's your third quarter?
Well,
how's your third quarter? How's your fourth quarter? Where'd you hope to be? Where are you? Where are you going to be? And
well, I'm someplace different than where I was looking to be.
Okay.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've had an uptick in my photography. So I've been doing more photos recently. That's been fun. And even had the pleasure of helping someone else find an organization to go to where they could learn some photography. So I felt like I'm helping someone else grow. Continued with my coaching and my Toastmasters. So we've got all that going on. Still not as far ahead as I wanted to be with some other things. And I get reminders from time to time of someplace I wanted to be because I see somebody else has put it into place. But all in all, life is good. Health is good. Maintained a good weight. My on a personal note, my numbers for my blood work and stuff have come into line for the most part. And that was a welcome change because I had been out of tolerance for quite some time. So it appears that I found discipline or something somewhere, and I'm down to 170 pounds, and I'm not suffering, and I'm not pounding bunches and bunches of junk into my system, and life is good.
Excellent.
So that's about it. Still got plans for the next quarter.
All right.
I'm gonna have a speaking engagement coming up. So.
Oh, sweet.
So.
Anything you can talk about yet, or?
It's a small thing at the local Chamber of Commerce, but we're going to be having a nice talk with folks about managing their mindsets. So that's my area.
Yes, it is.
So I'm looking for some joyous time there. And then who knows? I've had some nice thoughts of even kicking Intensely Positive podcast back up, take it off pause again. Figured out a way to do that. So that's a plan.
Excellent.
So life is good. How about you? What are your wins for the quarter?
Wins for the quarter. I'm headed in the right direction weight wise. I'm hoping that by the time I get to the doctors, which by the time this podcast lands, I think it'll be about a week and a half out. Mm-hmm. I should be below the obese threshold for my height. Mm-hmm. This will be the first time in a couple of years, and it'll mark more than 20 pounds lost this year because
sweet.
The beginning of the pandemic was rough for me, and I just kind of let it stay rough for much longer than I should have. But I actually put some. Yeah, I actually put some skin in the game on my weight.
Mm-hmm.
There's a site called HealthyWage where you actually take a bet that you're going to lose X amount of weight in a given amount of time. You put the money into the pot. If you make it, you get your money back. If you don't, your money's gone.
Was that like with a friend or a system or?
It goes to depends on they have several different options, and I'm in two of them. I'm in a 1 month and a 3 month.
Okay.
So these are not teams and they're not by invite. Some of them are, you and a few friends get together and you just use the platform for your thing. Others are your team. You put together a team and your team puts together a bet for the team. This one's everybody for themselves, but they're all strangers. And basically what happens is we all put in our $30 or $40 or whatever. And they do an official weigh-in where you show the date, you show your weight on the scale, you show yourself kind of doing a turn that you don't have, that you're not cheating your weigh-ins, and then you get back on the scale all in one video shot, so that they can verify it.
Oh, cool.
And then you just go. So at the end of it, if everybody hits their weight, everybody just gets their money back.
Right.
If not everybody hits their weight, then they throw all the money in a pot, take a cut. They take 20 or 25%, and then everybody who got their weight splits what's left. So if only half of you get to your goal weight, then half the people just gave up their money, and that gets split between the other half of the people. So if there's
what an interesting system that is.
Yeah. So
and it's called what?
HealthyWage. So, we'll have a link in the show notes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So if there's 4,500 in the pot and half you make it and half you don't, then you take that 4,500 and you split it. I don't know. I made up that number, so I don't know. If we say that was 300 people, then you split it between 150 people plus the platform takes a cut.
Cool. What an interesting concept.
Yep. So you bet on yourself.
And does it make it hard to cheer for everybody else?
No, it doesn't, because you still get your money back if you.
Oh, okay.
If everybody, it didn't cost you anything if everybody does well. So,
got it. All right.
There might be some people who cheer for other people to not make it, but I'm not one of those people.
You're not that guy.
No, I want people to succeed. If you were talking to me 20 years ago, maybe, but I want, I think the world is better when we all do well for ourselves.
Yeah, we've had a fair share of people wanting other people to fail in the world lately. So
yeah,
we can do it. We can do it. We can do without that energy, really.
Yeah, and it doesn't make much sense. Rising tide lifts all ships, right?
Yes, it does. So. But there you go. Well, good luck. I think you'll make it.
Well, there's that, and then there's we talked about this a few weeks ago, but Make It Yours is launching the end of the year. It's all set up for the first year. That will. That is all ready to go. That was a goal for Q3 to have all that ready to go and to be able to start planning the next year. I'm actually got I have seeds of ideas for the 2023 and 2024 years.
Mm-hmm.
For that, I have a good starting story for the Better Humanhood book. I finally picked back up after kind of ignoring it for too long.
Mm-hmm.
I've started noticing this rather than just reading about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Scribe school, it's a writing course,
right?
And publishing house really. Tucker Max, I think, is the one who put that together.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things they say is, okay, so you start a chapter with a story, you tie that story into the theme, and then you bring that story back. And I finally started noticing that in other books I was reading, and so now I understand how that works, and I understand how to bring it into my own writing. So off we go on that adventure.
Cool. Lovely. Now we'll just have to see who gets who's published first. We should have a double launch. Need to work that out.
Well,
yeah, that'd be good.
We're writing, rather than competing on who gets it published first. It's, I think we have very different books with somewhat different goals.
Okay.
Yeah, you're compiling already done work, and I'm writing new work.
We're writing new work. I'm writing new work right now. Yeah.
And I don't know. Depends on how things go. I may look for. I probably don't have the social following for a traditional publisher, and in fact, my for whatever reason, somebody reported my website as abusive to Facebook, so I can't even promote my blog on Facebook or Instagram.
Really?
Yep. And of course, Facebook and Instagram don't have any individual recourse, so I can't say what's going on. I just can't.
Diggity.
So I won't have the social following for a traditional publisher. That doesn't mean I can't find an independent press to actually make my.
Oh yeah, there's lots of them out there these days. Good. Well,
so we'll see about that.
Okay.
But we got to write the thing before we worry about.
Well, plan ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know how with the stuff that you write. I don't get it. I don't know how someone could say something disparate about the stuff that you publish. I mean, but anyway, probably somebody who's jealous because they don't have an opinion and you have one and they feel less. I don't know.
I try to be fair in, when I have an opinion, I try to be fair in explaining why I hold that opinion. And, not everybody is that fair in their analysis, or, maybe somebody was having a bad day and they read something wrong and managed to entirely blow up that strategy for me, but that's okay.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get their brains back.
I'm not the only one who has been banned by Facebook.
Starting to be, maybe it's a good sign. maybe that should be a goal. No. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens next time. But anyway, keep me posted. Put me on your book notice list so I can pick it up.
So that's what Q3 has been running and dumping some weight and working on Make It Yours, and that's about it. And I think we're in good shape. And Q4 is going to include, the first couple of a few races. I'm going to have the Army 10 miler virtual. I'm going to do the virtual one on that rather than trying to get into DC.
Oh,
in October, and we're going to have the Rock and Roll Half here in Savannah in November, and then we've got the Bridge Run here in December rather. I'm doing that'll be a split 15K. That's an interesting one because you run a 5K, and then there's a weight for the 10K. You do the 5K and the 10K separately, so you can run just the 5K, or you can run just the 10K, or you can run both.
Got it.
I'm choosing to run both, but in order to do that 5K and 10K separately, they're going to make sure that the 5K is over when the 10K starts. So they give extra time. I'm not going to take a full hour and a little bit on the 5K. So there will be a wait period before the 10K. And what's interesting is they shut off a lane in each direction of the bridge here, leading from South Carolina into Savannah over the Savannah River. And you get pretty high up. It's really the only hill in town. So if you want to train for it, you either have to run with that 55 mile an hour traffic, or you have to run parking garages. And I'm probably going to do neither. I'm probably just going to take it slow and enjoy the view. And if I need to walk up part of it, I'll walk up part of it. Wow. I'll probably stop at the top, take pictures, because I'll get to the top 3 times. So,
got it. Well, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks. And then we'll be training for another half marathon in January. So, it'll just.
Wow. You may turn into my hero. Okay. Oh, I wish they could have seen that look on your face.
No, I know. I know what you have to say about heroes. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Well, I wish you great success in all you have planned. That sense of accomplishment and everything. So, as I do me, but I'm not running, so that's a whole different thing. I'm going to have to find another challenge.
I think, well, if this winter is anything like this summer, you'll have a challenge.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. So, well, lovely, Mr. Shear.
And at the end of Q4, we'll be celebrating 3 years for our little girl, and it's
wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
It's what they say, but you haven't tried bedtime here.
Got it.
We picked her up from daycare yesterday, and they play past the kids throughout the day because they work different shifts. So as more kids go home, they consolidate the classrooms. So and then because they're open 6 to 6 and everybody works 8-hour shifts,
right.
If we drop her off at like 7:30, then one teacher's got her, and then she's with the 8 to 4 teacher the whole day. And then at 4 o'clock, they're going to move her into another room. And then come 5 o'clock, when there are fewer kids left, if we still haven't picked her up, she's in yet another room. So we were there with the 4 to 5 teacher yesterday, and she said, oh my God, she's so perfect. I never have any trouble with her. We're like, you want to come do bedtime tonight?
Find out her secret, Josh. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I haven't had to deal with one of those in a long time, but I'm hearing that the granddaughter has she's kind of picky about sleeping. So I'm based on what I'm hearing, she still pretty much runs that show here. So
she's coming up on 1. Huh?
Don't know how much reasoning you can do with an almost 1-year-old.
Roughly 0. Okay. But there are some 60-year-olds you can barely do some reasoning with. So
there is also that. Excellent. Well,
best of luck to you in the fourth quarter, and hope you are headed in the right direction toward your goals for that'll be the end of 2021. We'll finish the second pandemic year. So
yes.
And if you out there have work you need to do, get going. There's not much in the way of excuses left other than shipping still takes forever. You can order something and it'll be there when it gets there.
It was kind of crazy. I ended my car lease recently.
Yeah.
So I went to the Hyundai dealer, and normally they try to talk me into another lease, and they probably would have this time, but I wasn't really having it. But when I talk about supply and demand and stuff, they had exactly one new car on the lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get any cars.
Nothing in the showroom. So I'm like, if I'd wanted to lease one, it wouldn't have been there, but I decided to take a different option this time. Anyway, but the thing was, if I was going to buy a used car, I probably would have paid more for it.
Yeah.
So buying this one out of the lease was the smartest, cheapest move I could make. And especially since I've only got 18,000 miles on it since for a 3-year lease. So
so definitely keep that car. I
did a good thing for this time. So,
and you definitely wouldn't have bought a used car with fewer miles than that.
Not likely. So life is okay. So I'm moving on to the next phase. Hey, in the fourth quarter, we ought to be smoking.
Good. Sounds like a plan. All right. VitaminKDaily.com. Get yourself 4 weeks free. JKWDpodcast.com. Show notes for this and all the other episodes. Don't forget to rate, review, and share. That's how more people hear about the podcast. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Show notes and more at jkwdpodcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends, and we will see you next week. Bye! A Better Humanhood production.